In this video, I will be talking about the decimation in frequency or DIF FFT algorithm. So FFT algorithms are algorithms used to find the DFT of a given sequence. So we have two different methods. The first one is decimation in time and the other one is decimation in frequency. So in this video, we will be particularly focusing on decimation in frequency algorithm. So the given diagram is actually the flow graph of computation of the decimation in frequency algorithm FFT. The following diagram shows the flow graph for computing the DFT of a signal using DIF FFT algorithm. So it has certain differences compared to the DIT algorithm. So here we are giving the input in the normal order without any rearrangement or shuffling, but the output is in the bit reversed order. So whenever we note down the values of the output, we have to pick appropriate values from the output side. So first we have to pick up x of 0, then we will have to pick up x of 1 and so on. Okay. And the other difference as far as the diagram is concerned, we have the larger butterflies diagrams in the beginning and the smaller butterflies diagrams at the end. And you can also note that the multiplications with the e raised to minus j2 pi by n k coefficients are done after the addition or subtraction of the values of the x of 0 or x of 2, x of 7. And it is the same case here also, that is we have the values are, so we will be multiplying with the w values only after the computation is done. Okay. Now we will look at an example where we will be utilizing the DIF FFT algorithm to compute the DFT of a given sequence. So I have not listed a question over here. Find the DFT of the sequence x of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 using DIF FFT algorithm. So we will be utilizing this diagram to compute the same, and I will also make use of a table where we will be listing down all the values. So here first thing that we need to notice, we are using n equal to 8. So n is equal to 8 means actually n is a power of 2. So in this case we can find 8 is equal to 2 raised to 3. So we will have three different stages in our computation. So the coefficients required is W80, W81, W82 and W83. So I have noted down those values in the beginning itself. So these are the values of W80, W81, W8 square and W8 cube. Okay. Now let's get into the computation. So the input side, I am writing the sequence values as it is. So it is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now as far as the first computation is concerned, if you want to get the value at this particular point, then you will have to take x of 0, then you add x of 4. That will be the value at this point. Similarly, x of 1 plus x of 5 will be the value at this point. Okay. So those are the first four values. So you will be adding 1 plus 4 to get 5, then 2 plus 3 to get this 5, and 3 plus 2 to get this 5, then 4 plus 1 to get this 5. Okay. So that is the first four values. Now if you want to get the second or the values on the second half, you will have to do one more thing, that is you take the value of x of 0. I am talking about the computation at this point. So you take the value of x of 0, then you take the value of x of 4, then you subtract the value x of 4 from x of 0, because we have a minus 1 over here. I think you can see that this minus 1 is there, so we have to subtract the number. Then once the subtraction is done, we have to multiply it with W80, and the same happens for x of 1 minus x of 5. That will be the value at this point. Then you multiply it with W81, and similarly you will have to do the appropriate multiplication with W8 square and W8 cube with the values of subtraction at this or with the values that you receive at these points respectively. Okay. So that is the values at the second half. So here what I'm doing is I'm taking 1, then subtracting 4, then I'm multiplying it with W80. So the result would be minus 3, because W80 is actually 1. Then you have 2 minus 3 into W81. So the value would be minus of W81, that is minus 0.707 plus J 0.707. Similarly, the seventh value would be this one, that is 3 minus 2 into W8 square, that is minus j. Then you will have 4 minus 1 into W8 cube, that would be this complex number. Okay, so we have done with the first stage of outputs. So we got the values at the points where I have marked a green dot. Now we will have to compute the values at the stage 2 or the values at these points. So if you want to get the value at this point, you have to take the value at this point, then you take the value at this point, then you add them, because we do not have to multiply it with any other coefficients. So this value plus this value would be the value at this point. Similarly, the value at this point would be found in the same manner, but here there is a difference. You have to take the value at this point, that is the first line, then you subtract the value at this point, then you multiply with W80, and similarly you multiply the value at this point with W8 square. So that is what is written over here. So you take this value and add this one, so you get 10. You take this 5 and this 5, you get 10. Then if you want to find the value at the third point, then you take the first point, subtract the third point, then you multiply it with W80. Similarly multiply it with W8 square for the other value. And on the bottom half you will have to add minus 3 minus j, so that is minus 3 minus j. Then you will have to add this value and this value, so that would be this number. Then you will have to take this 3, subtract this one, then you multiply it with W80, so that will be this number. Then you take this number, then you subtract this number, then you multiply it with W8 square. So after that you will get this result. Okay, so we have done with the stage 2. Then we have to compute the values of stage 3. Stage 3 values are rather simple because we have to perform simple addition and subtractions, since the value of W80 is 1. So we will not have to multiply it with any special complex number. Okay, so as far as stage 3 is concerned, you take this number, you add it, you will get 20. You take the same pair of numbers, then you subtract them each other, so you will get 0. Then sum these two numbers, you will get this value. Subtract 0 from 0, you will get this value. Then you find the sum of minus 3 minus j with minus 2.828 minus j 1.414, you will get this number. Then you perform the subtraction, you will get this number. Okay, then you take this number minus 3 plus j, then you add this number, you will get this number, that is minus 0.172 minus j 0.414. Then you take the same number, then you subtract the other number, so that is the value minus 5.828 plus j 2.414. So one thing to notice is you have received the values at the fourth stage, but it is not in the normal order. So first you have x of 0, x of 4, then x of 2, x of 6, x of 1, x of 5, x of 3 and x of 7. Then you pick the values of the continuous index. So you first pick this one, then you pick this one, then you pick this one, and so on. So finally you will write all the values into the output sequence. Okay, so this is the way of finding the DFT using the DIF FFT algorithm. I hope the method is clear. Thank you.